see you around the corner. Vans. When you have a big family, you've got to have a big car. He's got how many children has Timmy got, Mom?
3.
He's got 3 children.
And 4 cars.
And 4 cars and a dog. He also has a wife. But his wife is not here right now. But this is one of the fancy cars.
Let's walk around and see the rest of them.
My car. This one came from Chicago. See?
2 cars are missing.
See the license plate here? TK, that stands for Torco. 7263, that's my age.
Let's go look at the garden.
There's not much to look at
Really?
no. Should I open the trunk? This is also a new apple tree. It'll get about that high, and then you can peel the apples off and eat them. Very easy. There's a grandmother. Right there.
Are these grapes?
Yep.
Oh. What are these?
No, they'll never grow there, Jim. That's a bad place for rhubarb. That's a special strain of Danish rhubarb. My mother brought it from Denmark about 40 years ago. And I planted them in my garden, and then we took some, we took it apart, and now he's planted some here. I like that. That's the most beautiful Christmas tree I've ever seen. Beautiful, beautiful. Wish you luck!
No. Come on, Dean, get it down this time now. Nice shot. Good call.
All right, we just left a baseball game where my youngest grandson, James, played with his team. We are now in Jimmy's, now on our way to the Wright Brothers Museum. As you probably know, the Wright brothers were the inventors of the airplane. And my son Jimmy spent a good number of years at the Wright Brothers Air Force Base, Dayton area. You get an idea of the kind of scenery that we have. This is a very nice rolling part of the country. We're now inside the famous Wright Brothers Air Force Base, where my son spent some of his early years. You're now looking at one of the fastest planes built. It flies faster than the speed of sound. What's the name of that one, Jimmy?
It's a B-1.
This is the B-1 airplane.
Okay, we're also looking at a kind of a panoramic view of some of the airplanes that they don't have room for sitting out on the runway. The new addition to the museum is supposed to be. As you can see, the two Quonset huts, one of them's finished and one of them's not finished. The one to the left is the new addition to the museum, which is about doubling the capacity, and it's going to cost about $5 million to make this new addition. It's going to allow for more all-year displays of some of the antique aircraft and some of the vintage World War I and World War II aircraft.
The picture of the two men on the wall are the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur. They are honored by having their picture high up on the wall, period. What we're now looking at, the famous Wright Brothers Museum, in which every airplane that was ever flown from the very beginning up to the present time is on exhibit. We're now getting a closer view of the Wright Brothers Museum. And you see those missiles that are sticking out of the ground and way up in the air? They're all part of the Air Force equipment. And over on the left are some of the old vintage airplanes. Because the museum is already crowded with airplanes inside, many of them are left outdoors until additional buildings can be built to house them. Are you on? Here we are at the famous home of the Wright brothers. They used to sit up near the top of the roof where they could see the airplanes take off from the airport. This mansion, and it is now used to used as a guest house for prominent people who come to Dayton for political or historical or other types of meetings. For instance, the President of the United States, he would stay here overnight if he came to Dayton to speak.